Song of the Sky Loom. O our mother the earth, O our father the sky, your children are we, and with tired backs we bring you the gifts that you love. Then weave for us a garment of brightness. May the warp be the white light of morning. May the weft be the red light of evening. May the fringes be the falling rain. May the border be the standing rainbow. Thus weave for us a garment of brightness, that we may walk fittingly where birds sing, that we may walk fittingly where grass is green. O our mother the earth, O our father the sky. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle, for Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoiled his nice new rattle. Just then flew down a monstrous crow, as black as a tar barrel, which frightened both the heroes so, they quite forgot their quarrel. The Nutcracker. It was Christmas Eve, and Clara and her brother Fritz were very excited. That night, there was going to be a magnificent party at their house. Fritz was busy playing with his toy soldiers, while Clara finished decorating their enormous tree with a beautiful fairy in a sugar plum colored dress. At last, the guests started arriving for the party. "Look, there's Godfather Drosselmeyer," said Fritz. Their godfather was a famous toy maker. He hugged the children close, and then gave them their gifts. Fritz eagerly unwrapped a mechanical jawbreaker machine. For Clara, there was a wooden nutcracker in the shape of a soldier. "I love him," Clara whispered. "Thank you, Godfather." "But he's a soldier," said Fritz. "He should be mine." Fritz tried to snatch the nutcracker away from her. He pulled and Clara tugged, and then crack! The nutcracker's leg snapped off. "I can fix him, Clara," said their godfather gently. He pulled a little tool pouch from his pocket and quietly mended the nutcracker. "Oh, thank you," cried Clara. She placed the nutcracker carefully under the Christmas tree and went to join the party. Finally, the last dance was danced, and the guests said their goodbyes. The family went to bed, and the house was dark and quiet. Bong! Bong! Clara awoke to hear the clock striking midnight. She suddenly remembered she'd left the nutcracker under the tree, so she tiptoed downstairs. As she bent down to pick him up, the tree suddenly started to grow. Or was it Clara was shrinking? "What's happening?" she cried. "Don't be afraid," said a kind voice. Clara turned around. Her nutcracker had come alive. Behind him, Fritz's toy soldiers were sitting up in their toy box. Before Clara could speak, she heard a scurrying sound, and an army of mice poured into the room, led by a giant mouse king with a golden crown. "Attack!" he squeaked. "To battle!" ordered the nutcracker, and Fritz's soldiers marched boldly toward the attacking mice. Suddenly, Clara saw the Mouse King spring at the nutcracker. She snatched off her slipper and hurled it at the Mouse King. He fell to the ground, and his crown tumbled from his head. With their leader defeated, the mice scurried away in fear. The Nutcracker picked up Clara's slipper. "I owe you my life, Clara," he said. "You broke the spell that was put on me long ago by a wicked mouse queen." Clara gasped. The Nutcracker had been transformed into a handsome prince. "Come," said the prince, as he helped Clara into a magical sleigh. "I'll take you on a wonderful adventure." The walls of the sitting room seemed to fade away, and a sleigh drew up. They climbed aboard, and it flew high, high into the starry sky. "Where are we?" gasped Clara. "This is the Kingdom of Sweets," said the prince. Gently, the sleigh landed beside a magnificent marzipan palace. "Look," said the prince, waving to a fairy by the gate. "It's the Sugar Plum Fairy." "Prince Nutcracker," cried the fairy, "you're home at last." This is Princess Clara," said the prince. "She saved my life and broke the Mouse Queen's spell." The Sugar Plum Fairy hugged Clara. "Let's celebrate," she said. Inside the palace, Clara and the prince feasted on delicious cakes and sweets. They watched in wonder as the Sugar Plum Fairy twirled around the room to the beautiful music. Clara's eyelids began to droop, and the sound of the music became fainter and fainter. When Clara woke up on Christmas morning, she found herself curled up underneath the Christmas tree next to the Nutcracker. "I've had the most wonderful adventure," sighed Clara, and she told her parents all about it. "It was just a dream, darling," said her mother. Well, Clara gazed up the sugar-plum-colored fairy on top of the tree. Then she looked at the wooden Nutcracker in her hands. "Perhaps it was," she said. But then Clara noticed something glinting on the carpet, and a smile spread across her face. It was a tiny golden crown.